The office was usually quiet that morning, except for the occasional clatter of keyboards and the soft murmur of conversations. Cutie sighed as she flipped through a stack of reports, trying to shake off the lingering frustration from last night's argument with them. Why does he always have to be so difficult? Just then, a familiar voice broke through her thoughts. Well, if it isn't our favorite employee, looking like she just survived a battlefield. Cutie looked up to see Mr. So standing by her desk, a teasing smirk on his lips. He was dressed in his usual crisp navy suit, his black hair neatly styled, and his sharp, observant eyes filled with amusement. Battlefield is an understatement, Cutie muttered, setting her pen down. Mr. So chuckled, leaning against the desk. Rough night? Cutie exhaled, shaking her head. More like a mentally exhausting one. Well, that explains the dark circles. He smirked. Though, I must say, even exhausted, you managed to look breathtaking. Cutie rolled her eyes, but she could not stop the small smile tugging at her lips. Flattery won't get you out of reviewing those reports, sir. Mr. So placed a hand over his heart dramatically. Ouch. And here, I thought we had something special. Special? You mean the privilege of working under you? Cutie shot back, smirking. Before Mr. So could respond, a deep voice cut through the air like a knife. Excuse me? Cutie's spine stiffened. The temperature in the room seemed to drop. Slowly, she turned around, already knowing who it was. Taeyang, dressed in a sleek black suit, his presence alone was enough to silence the entire office. His expression was unreadable, but his sharp gaze was locked onto Mr. So with an intensity that sent shivers down Cutie's spine. Mr. So, however, remained unfazed. He simply straightened his posture, his smirk barely faltering. Mr. Kim, I was just congratulating your fiancé. Taeyang's lips twitched, but there was no humor in his eyes. Oh, and what exactly makes you think? I don't know how lucky I am. Cutie's breath hitched. The room was thick with tension, like an impending storm. Mr. So's smirk deepened, clearly entertained. Just an observation. Taeyang took a slow step forward, resting one hand on Cutie's desk. His fingers brushed over her papers, his presence consuming the space around them. Observations can be dangerous when misinterpreted. Taeyang said smoothly, his voice dangerously calm. Cutie swallowed. Mr. So chuckled. Noted. Before Cutie could diffuse the situation, Taeyang leaned down slightly, his lips just inches from her ear. His voice was low, meant only for her. Let's go. His breath sent a shiver down her spine, and before she could even protest, he had already turned, walking towards the exit like he owned the place. Cutie shied. You really need to work on your possessiveness issues, Kim. Mr. So chuckled as she gathered her things. You sure you're not enjoying it just a little? She glared at him, but her racing heart told her he wasn't entirely wrong. The grand ballroom was breathtaking, Chandeliers cast a warm golden glow over the elegantly dressed guests, and the soft hum of classical music filled the air. Cutie took a deep breath as she stepped inside, immediately scanning the crowd for a familiar face. And then she spotted him. Jimin, she called out, relief washing over her. Jimin turned, his eyes lighting up. He was dressed in a sleek grey suit, his platinum hair styled perfectly, and his signature mischievous grin firmly in place. Cutie, he waved her over. Whoa, you look. Before he could finish, a strong arm snaked around Cutie's waist, pulling her back into a firm chest. Her breath hitched. She didn't even need to look to know who it was. Taeyang. His grip was casual, too casual, but the warmth of his palm against her waist sent an unwanted rush of heat through her. Jimin's eyebrows shot up in amusement. Possessive much? Taeyang smirked. Just making sure my fiancé doesn't forget who she is here with. Cutie's face burned. She discreetly elbowed Taeyang in the ribs, making him grunt. I can stand without you caging me. Thanks. Taeyang leaned down, his lips barely grazing her ear. Can you? Because you are trembling. Cutie's stomach flipped. I am not, she stammered. Jimin laughed. Whoa, this is better than TV. Cutie groaned. Can someone please throw me into a volcano? No need. Taeyang said smoothly, his voice thick with amusement. You are already burning up. Cutie wanted to die. Cutie was beyond frustrated as she stormed into the penthouse. She didn't even bother taking off her heels before turning around to glare at Taeyang, who casually loosened his tie as if nothing had happened. You are unbelievable, she snapped, her voice echoing in the spacious living room. Taeyang simply raised an eyebrow. And what did I do now? Cutie scoffed. What did you not do? First, you nearly started a war with Mr. So at the office. And then, you practically branded me as your property in front of Jimin. Taeyang smirked. So, you are mine. Her breath hitched. The way he said it, so effortlessly, so matter of factly, sent an involuntary shiver down her spine. But she refused to let him win. Oh, really? She challenged. Then tell me, Kim, do you always claim things you don't even want? His smirk vanished. Silence stretched between them, thick and suffocating. Then he took a step forward. Cutie instinctively stepped back. Another step, another. Until her back hit the wall. Taeyang leaned in, his hands resting on either side of her head, trapping her in place. I don't waste my time on things I don't want, he murmured, his dark eyes piercing into hers. Her heart pounded so loudly she was sure he could hear it. But then his gaze shifted. For the first time, there was something else in his eyes, something protective, something pained. Before she could question it, he pulled back. Get some sleep, cutie. His voice was quieter now, almost gentle. And just like that, the moment was gone. But Cutie's heart still raced because something told her Taeyang wasn't lying. Cutie sat in her dimly lit bedroom, her fingers gripping her phone as she hesitated. Should I call him? Jimin had always been the one person who knew Taeyang inside out. If anyone could give her answers, it was him. Taking a deep breath, she finally hit the call button. The line rang twice before a familiar groggy voice answered. Cutie, do you know what time it is? She ignored his complaint. Jimin, she whispered, gripping the blanket tighter around herself. There's something about Taeyang, something I don't understand. Jimin was silent for a second. Then, in a voice far more serious than before, he asked, what happened? Cutie hesitated, then exhaled. At work today, Mr. So and I were just talking, joking around like we always do, and then Taeyang walked in, and everything changed. He got so intense, Jimin, like he was marking his territory. Jimin finished for her, amusement laced in his tone. Cutie frowned. That's what I thought, but it felt like something more. Jimin sighed. Because it is more. Her heart skipped a beat. What do you mean? There was another pause. Then Jimin's voice lowered. Taeyang wasn't just acting possessive today, Cutie. He was protecting you. A chill ran down her spine. Protecting me? From what? Jimin hesitated. Jimin, tell me. He sighed. Look, I can't say much over the phone. But Mr. So, he isn't just your friendly boss. There's a reason Taeyang hates him. And it's not because of jealousy. Cutie gripped her phone tighter. Then, what is it? Jimin's voice turned deadly serious. Because the last time Taeyang let someone close to him trust the wrong person, it almost cost him everything. Her stomach dropped. What are you saying? Jimin exhaled heavily. There are things about Taeyang's past that you don't know. Things that changed him. Things that made him the way he is now. And if he is acting this way with you, Cutie swallowed, her pulse racing. Then that means you are already in the middle of it. A chill ran through her veins. Jimin, her voice was barely above a whisper. What happened to him? Jimin hesitated again, then sighed. I can't be the one to tell you. He has to. Cutie's hands trembled as she lowered the phone. Everything suddenly made sense. The intensity in Taeyang's eyes, the way he watched her, the warning in his voice when he spoke to Mr. So, the way he kept his past locked away like a fortress. And now she knew why. But before she could process it fully, she heard movement outside her bedroom door. Her breath hitched. Slowly, she turned her head and her heart stopped because standing there, leaning against the doorframe, his arms crossed, was Taeyang, and from the look in his dark, unreadable eyes, he had heard everything.